aren't many people in the Senate who have worked harder than I have to try to clean up the mess of plastic waste littering our rivers and our oceans and our beaches. Recently, I've proposed a tax on plastics, and the plastics industry is fighting back hard. The problem is they're not telling the truth. So I want to offer you 3 facts and 3 myths. Fact 1, of all the plastic that goes into single-use disposable products, only 2% comes from recycling. The rest is new. That's a pathetic record by the plastics industry. And when you take plastics out to your blue bin, less than 10% of that plastic actually gets recycled. That's another pathetic failure by this industry. And if we don't fix these pathetic failures, then by 2050, there will be more plastic waste floating around in the oceans than there will be living fish. That's not something any of us should accept. And those are facts. Here are the myths that the industry is pushing out. 1, they claim that the Reduce Act would affect all plastic products. In fact, they put together this little handout which shows a bicycle helmet, multiple use food containers, a plastic toy, sneakers, and on the other side, a car seat, a phone, solar panels, and a toothbrush. None of those products would be affected by this tax. It's only for single-use products. So maybe this little tray under the tomatoes might have to pay a penny or so. But the rest of it is just plain false. It just isn't true. And when you've got an adversary who's saying things that aren't true, you know they've got something to hide. The next myth is that the Reduce Act would disadvantage U.S. businesses in foreign competition. That's not true either. The act applies to businesses that do business overseas as well as in the United States. And it would put the tax on plastic that came in from overseas as much as plastic that was produced here in this country. It is even as to international competition. And moreover, a lot of other countries are actually doing this. So we're actually protecting our industry by joining them. And the third, believe it or not, the fossil fuel industry scoundrels who are behind this campaign have the nerve to say that this bill would hurt us on climate. The fact of the matter is the exact opposite. The plastics industry contributes to climate change. It doesn't help it. And I've worked with these guys for a long time, and they have done some good things, but they've done nothing that seriously changes the trajectory of plastic waste. And if you want to change that trajectory, you have to change the economics of plastic. When it's cheaper to use new plastic and dump it into the oceans, that's exactly what you'll get.